Welcome to English Mouth, real English for how people actually talk. Here's something nobody tells you. People decide whether your English is good or not in about 1 second, not after a paragraph. So today I'm going to tell you exactly what creates that 1 second wow, and none of it requires you to learn harder words. Let's get into it.
Your accent is the one thing you can't hide. Let me be honest with you. This is the big one. If you only take one thing from this whole video, take this. The single fastest way to sound fluent is your accent, not vocabulary, not grammar. The way you sound the moment you open your mouth. Think about it. When someone speaks, you can tell almost instantly, did this person study abroad? Where are they from? You know in 1 second. And it works the other way too. The moment a native speaker hears you, they've already decided this person's English is great, or this person is still learning, and they decide it from your accent. Before they've even processed what you actually said, your accent is the one thing you cannot fake with a bigger vocabulary. It gives you away, or it wins them over instantly. So here's the good news. An accent isn't fixed. You can train it. You can move it closer to a native one, and you don't do it by studying. You do it by copying. Like a kid out loud over and over. Here's exactly how. How to actually train your accent. Pick one person to sound like. One native speaker whose voice you love, an actor, a YouTuber, a podcast host. Don't copy American English in general. Copy that one human. It gives your ear a real target. Shadow them. Play a short clip, 10-15 seconds, and talk at the exact same time as them. Same speed, same rhythm, same melody. You're not learning the words, you're wearing their voice like a costume. Exaggerate on purpose. Go way more native than feels comfortable. Feel ridiculous. That embarrassing. Over-the-top version is usually the one that actually sounds right. Record yourself, then play them back to back. Your clip, then theirs. Your ear will catch the gap instantly, and that gap is your homework. Copy their mouth and their attitude, not just the sound. Watch how relaxed their jaw is, how their voice goes up and down, how lazy and easy it all is. Mimic the whole vibe, not just the pronunciation. 10 minutes a day. That's it. It feels silly. You'll feel like you're performing. Do it anyway. This is the single highest return thing you can do in the entire language. You don't need a perfect accent. You just need to move toward one. Because the closer you sound to one of them, the faster they decide. Your English is great, and that first impression carries everything else.
Use simple words and say them smoothly. Now, here's what surprises people. Native speakers don't use big, fancy words with each other. So when you try to sound impressive with long, complicated vocabulary, you actually do the opposite. You sound like you're reading a dictionary. Watch this. Trying too hard vs. sounding native. I would be delighted to accompany you. Correct. But stiff and weirdly formal. Yeah, down. Simple e. Totally native. That is quite an excellent proposal. Sounds like a robot. Oh, that works for me. Sounds like a real person. Real fluency sounds simple. Let's do it. That works. I'm not sure about that. Easy words. Said smoothly. So stop hunting for the perfect advanced word in the middle of a sentence. Say the simple one. Say it with confidence. Keep moving. Simple and smooth beats fancy and stiff every single time.
Use their filler words. The secret handshake. This one is almost magic. Native speakers are full of little throwaway words, honestly, kind of, actually. These words mean basically nothing, but they are the secret handshake of sounding native. Listen to the difference. Student versus native. It was good, correct, but flat, like a test answer. Honestly, it was really good, Instantly, one of them, same message. But the second one is full of these little native signals, and their brain goes, oh, this person gets how we talk. Here are a few you can start dropping in today. To start a thought, it's not a big deal. Kind of, sort of, to soften. I'm kind of tired. Actually, to sound natural, that's actually a good point. To end a thought, it just felt off. Sprinkle a few in, not too many, and you instantly sound more relaxed, more real, more fluent.
Attitude beats accuracy. Here's a truth that'll take the pressure off. How you say something matters more than whether it's perfect. A relaxed, confident sentence with a small mistake sounds way more fluent than a perfect sentence delivered stiff and nervous. Same words, different energy. Flat versus alive. Yes, I like it. It is very nice. Every word correct, but robotic. Sounds like struggling. Oh yeah, I love it. It's so good. Energy, personality, ups and downs. Sounds fluent. If you say something flat and tense, people hear this person is struggling, even if it's grammatically perfect. But if you say it with energy, with your voice going up and down, people hear this person is comfortable in English. And comfort reads as fluency. So loosen up, put some life in it. Let your voice move. Your attitude is doing half the work.
Don't be too polite or too complete. Non-native speakers often make one specific mistake. They're too correct, too complete, too polite. Native speech is messy, it's short, it cuts corners, it uses contractions. Look, textbook versus real life. Yes, I would very much like to do that. Grammatically perfect immediately gives you away. Yeah, I'm down. Short, casual, native. Would you like to go and get some lunch? Too complete. You want to grab lunch? Exactly how they'd say it. Real speech drops words and uses contractions. You're gotta. So give yourself permission to be casual. Shorter and looser sounds more fluent than long and proper. Relax your English and it instantly sounds more real.
Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Silence is the real problem. And this last one might be the most important thing I say today. So many people are so afraid of making a mistake that they freeze. They stand there going, how do I say burning time, searching for the perfect word. And here's what they get completely wrong. People are not judging you for speaking badly. They're judging the silence. A small mistake? Nobody remembers it 2 seconds later. But a long, painful pause? Everybody feels that. Especially in a meeting or an interview where the silence just hangs there. Compare these two. Freezing versus just going for it. The thing is, 10 seconds of silence. This is what feels awkward. Sorry my English isn't perfect, but here's what I think. Confident, moving, and instantly likable. And if you blank out mid-sentence, you don't freeze. You have rescue lines. How do I put this? Buys you a second. Sounds native. You know what I mean? Pushes it back, keeps you moving. Let me start over. Totally fine. Natives say it too. The person who speaks up and stumbles a little looks capable. The person who stays silent, looking for the perfect word, looks lost. Say it wrong? Keep moving. Fluency isn't saying it perfectly. It's not being afraid to say it at all. So let's bring it home. If you want people to think your English is great in 1 second, work on your accent first. That's the big one. Keep your words simple, sprinkle in their filler words, bring attitude, stay casual, and whatever you do, don't freeze. Speak. Because here's the real secret. You don't need more words. You need to take the words you already have and say them like you belong. Do that, and people will never notice your vocabulary is smaller than they think. They'll just think, wow, your English is great.
That's all for today. The full transcript is in the description if you want to practice these. And hey, what do you struggle with most in English? Drop it in the comments. Subscribe so you don't miss it. I will see you in the next episode.